Good Saturday afternoon, friends and neighbors. Tessuigi at the desk with the Saturday Scouts, Honkball Hoofdklasse, and the Hoofddorp Pioneers, who won their second Holland Series in franchise history last season with me at the helm. And now, as a result, the team is looking really stinking good going into 2027. We could win the pennant for the first time. But we got the Penguins nipping at our heels. Neptunus isn't going to leave us alone. Neither is Honkball Club Alan Weber. So we've still got our hands full. Thankfully, we do have the All-Star break coming up. And then we continue on with the season. We only are going to play through games where I have a modded stadium for. So home games, of course. I wouldn't have picked a team that didn't have a ballpark. As well as the outfield for Neptunus, Busum, and Kinheim. I don't have stadiums for the Penguins or the Twins, and the Griffins and Storks got called up when they shouldn't have been. You know, I created a promotion relegation system, you can see here. I have to rejig things so that Hoofdklasse is above Eerste Klasse, Tweede Klasse, and Derde Klasse. The most recent promotee, the Rosmalen Griffins, come to Sportpark Pioneers to play JC Sulbaren and the rest of this crew. We've got ourselves a lineup intro because we are at home. Please enjoy. And now today's starting lineup. Batting first, the left fielder, number 6, Breivik Valera. Batting second, the center fielder, number 30, Tyrell Mercado. Batting third, the catcher, number 25, Brian Coppers. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 9, Gideon Marlin. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 16, Jonathan Scope. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 21, Boss Krakendonk. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 26, Kevin Vigers. Batting eighth, the shortstop, number 0, Jakey Josepha. Batting ninth, the second baseman, number 31, Terrence Hemskirk. And today's starting pitcher, number 15, J.C. Sulbaren. Beautiful evening here in Hoofddorp, right next to Schiphol Airport. Pioneers going for the sweep of the Griffins. And the ageless veteran J.C. Sulbaren on the bump. Knowles will get his way aboard with a leadoff single. That'll bring up Nees van der Maas. Sulbaren keeping Knowles honest. Bunted up the first base line. Well fielded there by Scope. That'll bring in Christian Rodriguez. Full count. Low for ball 4. Guillermo Quintana. Dangerous batter here in the heart of this Griffins lineup. Runner goes. Copper's throw is late. 0-1. And now the runner from second goes. Not a double steal. 2 separate stolen ball attempts. And that shot to right center field. That will score both of them. Quintana with a laser beam shot to center field. And it's 2-0 Griffins. David Niebuhr. Hit on the ground. Marlin. Plenty of area. 2 down for Johan Stoke. Stoke over the head of Scope and into right field. Nice double there. They're getting to Sulbaren early. Krakendonk still nursing that shoulder. Here's Muhlendijk's the catcher. Fly ball to right. Krockendonk will make the grab. Griffins get 3 here early. Terrence Garcia on the mound for the Griffins. Kurosawan started this save with the Osterhout Twins, acquired by the Griffins as a free agent signing, as Osterhout cut him. Valera will ground out to the second baseman. Rodriguez with an easy play. Tyrell Mercado, center fielder. Inside out's this one. That'll fall into right field. Played on a hop by Vandermas. And here's Coppers. Works the walk. 4 straight wide ones. That'll bring up Marlin. And he works the walk. Bases loaded, 1 away for Jonathan Scope. And you know he wants to try and crank one here. 2-0 on the way. Shot through the legs of the third baseman for an RBI. Kalkboom can't come up with it. That's Maxienden Kalkboom, by the way. Looks like he's a real player too. Cleveland Guardians prospect. Here's Krockendonk, last year's first-round draft pick. And a wild pitch from Terrence will score one. Garcia allows a run to score. Second and third with 1 away now. 2-2 on the way to Krockendonk. Shot the other way. That'll tie the game up, but it'll just be a sacrifice. What fans? V. Trudell, there's nobody here. We like the stands are behind everyone. Hang on a second. Up. No, what's what I'm looking for? Oh, there's the scoreboard. Not too many cameras here at Sport Park Pioneers. There is no outfield bleachers here in Hoofdbal, or in Honkbal Hoofdklasse. Not enough fans. DH David Villarreal. Today's broadcast is powered by Izumi Sake, the only sake distillery in Ontario. Not SpawnCon, just what I'm sipping today. Some first pressing Arabashiri. Sake is good. Silbaran. 2 outs quickly, and that'll bring up Knowles again. Deshaun lifted deep to right field. Krockendonk on the warning track will make the grab. Josefa, I mean, normally I was playing him platoon splits. I shouldn't have done that. He's actually better against lefties. Josefa plays all day now. He drops this on the track. He's running. Reminds me of the fly ball I biffed catching on Thursday in softball. It landed on my forearm. The bone is fine. My Fitbit clasp took most of the impact, and it broke in 2. Hemskirk. Straight up the middle for a base hit. Back through the box. Hemskirk's thinking going for 2. He'll get there on the throw. Attaboy Terrence, just what we need. Ooh, Stoke with a beautiful grab at third base. Mercado bounces one to second. Easy play there for Rodriguez. Here's Coppers again. popped up. Quintana makes the squeeze, but the Pioneers have taken a 1-0 lead. Or 1-run lead, I should say. Krockendonk making some solid plays out in right field. Expectation is he's going to be the DH next season. And once again, my players are losing their hats because we don't have face gens for them. It is frustrating. I don't know how to fix it. First and second with 1 out here for David Niebuhr. 1-2 on the way. First strikeout of the game for Sulbaran. 91 on the radar gun. Or at least would be if we had one. 1-1 on the way to Johan Stoke. Stoke grounds out to Marlin. 5-3. Inning over. Marlin, Scope, and Krockendonk up next against Garcia. Easy play there by Kelkaboom. Here's Scope. Hard hit past a diving Stoke and into left field. Old man Scope trying for a Holland series. Krockendonk hit by pitch for the 5th time this season. Poor guy's just a big target. And Vigers works a 4-pitch walk. Bases are loaded, 1 out for Josefa. Making him work for it. Everyone does the 90-foot cha-cha. Hemskirk now facing Bodwin Campus. That could be a sacrifice. Niebuhr makes the grab. Krockendonk will score. Bodwin Campus. That is a name. Started with the Sparks, joined Tilburg, Leuston, and now Rosmalen. Pioneers have scored in every inning here against the Griffins. Hey, Psycho Ducko! Make sure he sees me. Actual Dutch honkball player in the chat. Here's Kelkaboom, the shortstop. Sulbaran, 0-2 on the way. Fly ball to right. Krockendonk misplays it. And here's Knowles. Called strike 3. Nice changeup there by Sulbaran. Curveball changeup combo along with his fastball. 37 years old, still pitching. And has himself another championship after coming over from Neptunus. Camphouse will give up a leadoff single to Tyrell Mercado. 19-year-old does have an opt-out after this season, but if he doesn't, he's got another 2 years under Hoofddorp control. Because this is a league that doesn't have real financials, if you're starting a Honkball Hoofdklasse save, everyone will be at the minimum wage. And one of the things I have to do during the off-season is to severely cut the budgets and keep everyone at minimum wage. Basically, only foreign players actually make money in this league. Bases loaded, nobody out for Scope. And he'll work the RBI walk. 4 straight innings with at least 1 run. Here's Krokendonk batting from the left side. Popped up. Behind shortstop, it keeps going. Knowles with a grab. Viger's the DH today. He'll work the walk. Camphouse with a 25 control is not who you want to see in this exact moment. Josefa will ground into a double play. What a job by Maxendi on Kelkboom. Still, it's 8-3. Zulbaran still working here. For how long, who knows? Hit on the ground. Marlin's thinking a pair. He'll just get the 1 as Henskirk couldn't get out of the way in time. Here's Niebuhr. Nice work by Hemskirk. Beautiful placement. And that's the double play. Good work by Josefa turning that as well. Little looper to left. Valera, full count. Ball 4. Breivik. First time on base. He's losing a little bit from last season, which is one of the reasons why I'm okay to let him walk after this year. Also because of the whole we can't afford anyone anymore. Coppers, first and second, 1 out. Good block there by Muhlendijks. Camphouse has walked 6. And Marlin was going to put a charge into this one off the scoreboard and into center field. 2 RBI double for Gideon Marlin. 10-3, we're in comedy score territory now. 7 walks by Camphouse. That's going to get Austin Warner loose. Alongside... You know what, we're just going to go with Warner. Krokendonk strikes out. Second out of the inning. Here's Vigers. Scott Narden. And Nards gets the strikeout to strand the bases loaded. So Barnes' day is over. Austin Warner into the game. Warner started the season as part of the rotation, but the evolution of Falke van Doorn has removed him from that. We'll see if we can coax a starting or a position player to bat or to pitch for the Griffins. Lovely work there by Josefa. Shot to right, Krokendonk is there. Scott Odenarden. This guy should not be in Hoofdklasse. Hemskirk having himself a day. Here he's going to ground out into a fielder's choice, though. Good work by Stoke. Valera, the switch hitter. Past a diving Rodriguez and into the right field. First and second, 1 out. Mercado on fuego lately. They don't even want to pitch to him. Unintentional, intentional walk. Nice view of the stands. Coppers, full count. Another run walked in. That's 6 straight innings scoring at least 1. Coppers has been walked 4 times today. 0 for 1 with 4 walks. And yes, pitching in Honkball Hoofdklasse really is this poor. Scope will get an RBI single. We have entered comedy score territory. This might be Krakendonk's last at bat. Give that shoulder a break. Here's the throw from Knowles. Misses second base. Misses almost everyone. Coppers scores easily. 14-3. That's popped up. Rodriguez will make the grab. Warner will continue going. He only needed 5 pitches last time up. Miles Burleson checking into right field to replace Boss Krokendonk. Yeah, it should be position player pitching time. And Valera's day is done too. Ole Hofstede taking over in left. Kelkaboom parks this into center field. Mercado's on it quick. Reminds me of me playing center field lately. A lot of bad routes. Knowles flips around to bat from the right side. Shoots this one over the head of Scope and into right field. Throw by Burleson is cut off. Van der Maas, the right fielder. Popped up to right. Burleson makes the grab. Hey, D-Block, good to see you. This is your continent, after Roy. Pinch hitter, Elroy van Schaik. Trying for some platoonie advantages here. Big swing and a miss. Warner gets him to go around. Arjen van der Vliest. Copper's going to be pickpocketed again. 0 for 3 on the stolen bases. But Hemskirk will collect this one. Flip to Scope. And to the top of the 7th. Sing along if you know the words. Well, D-Block, Honkball Hoofdklasse is treating me pretty well. We won the Holland Series last season, and with this win, we'll cement ourselves as the top seed in Hoofdklasse this season. Last season, we finished 3rd and charged our way to a postseason title. Quick look at the fans. Looks like a good crowd tonight. Here's Hofstede. Oh, goodness! A pick off second. Josefa caught snoring. And Hofstede will swing and miss over an Odenarden pitch. Warner's still only thrown 16 pitches through 2 innings of work as he gets to start here against David Niebuhr. Stoke up the line, fair. Marlin's throw on the money. And here's Muhlendyke, the catcher. 0 for 3 today. Make that 1 for 4. A diving stop by Burleson, but he can't come up with it. Villarreal, 2-2. Swing and a miss. Austin Warner trying to get himself back into the rotation. He's got the rest of the game at this point. Colin Van Laar into the game now. Copper's going to try and set a franchise record by going for his 5th walk of the day. And he's got it! 0 for 1. Oh, ties the regular season record. Oh, that's for the entire league. 5 walks in a single game for Brian Coppers. Coppers jams his foot on the base, but he's okay. Van Laar loads the bases up for Miles Burleson. Burleson shot to center field. Knowles will bring it in. Tagging and scoring is Mercado, and that makes it 15-3. Vigers shoots this to right center field. That's going to score a run. We were wondering when our DH was going to show up, and there he is. (16-3). Here's Josefa. And Josefa's had plenty of walks so far today. 1 for 2 with 4 of them. Hemskirk picks up an RBI walk, and this one is just comedy score. Hofstede, deep to right field. On the warning track, it dies. We still only have like 2 home runs this season. Kalkboom. 2 for 3 today. Pops us into center field. Charging in is Mercado. 1 away. Pinch hitter is Just Bambacht. Just! 4 Ks for Warner. He might have a 5th. Nies Vandermas says, so long. That was a thumping. 3 walks for Mercado. 5 for Coppers. 2 for Marlin. 3 for Scope. 4 for Josefa. 21 in total. And Mercado sets the regular season record for runs with 5 scored. Terrell had himself a game. Warner picks up the save, by the way. Going 4 innings. Goudeau against Burgerdyke at Rob Hoffman Valley. Well, until Rispit. High Vigers. Busum, champions in 2025. HCAW, still a strong club. Delano Salasa picked up a 5-hit game against the Storks. 18-10, sloppy all over the place. Came a triple away from the cycle. Speaking of which, Nick Kurtz getting a 4 home run plus 2 hits. Almost had a 5 home run day. Have yourself a game. Guy better get a special card for that in Perfect Team. Mercado misplays this one, and it'll be Busum who strikes first. 1-0. Ray Patrick Ditter, WBC hero, with an RBI double. Ruben, this is skied on the infield. Josefa will actually let his pitcher take it. Goudeau makes the grab. Harmon. 3 home runs on the season. It's only a 42-game season, so single-digit home runs aren't unexpected. Breivik Valera with his first home run of the season makes it tied at 1s. First and second now for Coppers. Launched to deep center field, but that's going to be picked up by Leandro Trump. Runners at the corners now for Josefa. Shaking Jakey. Doinked into right field. That will hand the lead to the Pioneers. Slow roller up the middle. Going to be a tough play. Van Hemert to first in time. Here's Skipper, the first baseman. He's aboard. 4 walks for Ashton Goudeau. You'd think a guy with, 80 control would have a better time at the plate. So be it. Josefa will just go the short way to De Castro. Inning over. Speaking of Raquelbin, here he is. Scope with runners at first and second and 2 out. Grounded to short. Ditter erases Valera. 87 pitches through 5. I feel like now's as good of a chance as any to go to the pen. Let's get Mendez up. Come on, Raquelbin. Nope, still can't figure it out. A kingdom for an actual second baseman. Let's get Mendez in. Infield is in against Ruben. Ooh, beautiful curveball. Bum, bum. There's Nick Harmon. Over the drawn-in infield. That will tie the game. Possibly give HCAW the lead. Runners at the corners now for Philip Skipper. Fly ball to right. And it falls in front of Crockendonk. He misjudges it. See what I mean about the whole missing hair cap issue? Still working on the dev or ticket to figure out why this happens. Mendez, blown save. In line for the loss now. Bouncer up the middle. Oh, come on. Leandro Trump, infield single. Now we'll get Theo Pelican up. Remco Van Hemert. Double play depth behind Mendez. And that shot over the head of Joseph and into center field. HCAW taking a lead. And the lead grows. Nyman gets plunked. Infield is in against Delano Salasa. 1-0 on the way from Mendez. Over the drawn-in infield. That burns us again. Here's a throw from Valera. Dreyer. Count is full. Our bases are loaded again. Mendez melts down once more. No doubles defense against Ditter. Good thing I moved the outfielders back. Valera's on it. The number is crooked, but at least we only have 2 down now. They're just teeing off on the first pitch of all these for Mendez. He is about to get cut this season. Bergersdijk gives way to Sedley Carell. Mercado. 2 out, 2 on. Shot to left. Sending the runner. Come on! He's in safely. Nice job, Crockendonk, with the heads-up base running. Here's Coppers, 2-2. Another fly ball to the left. This one's going to hang up long enough. 8-3. I don't know why it is, but like half at least of Honkball Hoofdklasse uses that Dr. John version to take me out to the ball game for their 7th inning stretch. Curving fair, but easy play there by Scope. That should have been called an infield fly, but whatever. Tromp, 1-1. Grounded to first. Scope plays catch with Josefa. 3-6-3 double play. That'll get Van der Skaaf loose in the bullpen. Neutralizes Remco Van Hemmert's massive platoon splits. Pioneers down by 5. Karel still working here in relief of Burgersdijk. And he's 1 out away. That last out can be so tricky, though. Coppers, bouncer up the middle. That is a fair ball and a hit. Ooh. Close play by Ditter. Couldn't come up with it. Josefa. Deep. The opposite way. On the warning track, it's caught. Marnix Rubin hangs on. Oh, that could have been interesting. Mendez blows the save. Goudot takes the loss. At home, Lars Hoyer up against Falke van Doorn, who has been on fuego lately. Up the third base line, that's a fair ball. Salasa will score. Close play at second. Sorry, that was Ditter scoring. Rubin has the RBI double. See what I mean about HCAW being a really tough club? Oh, get there, boss. Get there. Thank you. Boss standing at second. Leadoff double. Vigers pops out to left. Marnix Rubin with a grab. Valera. Slow roller to short. Ooh. Scope. Fly ball to right. Okay, so it must have been an error that got Krockendonk to second. Here's Van Hemert. Van Doorn's one issue is the bases on balls. Sjaak Nijman. Grounded to third. That could be 2. Round the horn they go. Rubin with a runner at second for the second time today. This one's a ground out to De Castro, though. Lars Hoyer is doing Lars Hoyer things. Van Hemert doinks it into the left field corner, picked up by Valera. That's going to be an insurance run for HCAW. The Busum boys are bopping. By the way, does anyone know off top of head when the induction ceremony is for the Baseball Hall of Fame? Is it today or tomorrow? And the first hit of the game for the Pioneers is a Breivik Valera double. Just the way we drew it up. Scope walks. Tying run at first for Terrell Mercado. Shallow fly ball to right. That will fall for a base hit. Everyone had to hold up just in case. Bases loaded, 1 away for Coppers. Popped up. Left field, Rubin tracking it. Bases loaded for Shakin' Jakey. And he will pop out in foul territory to Salasa. Boss standing at second again. Vigers. Deep to center field. Playable. Trump makes a grab. Jakey, gonna do something this time? Alright, Plunk. Marlin. Bases loaded, nobody, or two away. Shot to the left center field gap. That will fall for a base hit. Pioneers will tie the game, possibly take the lead. They're sending him. Gideon Marlin with a bases clearing 2-out double. Get Pelican loose. DeCastro will take a seat. Hemskirk will take over at second base.
Strike three.
Van Dorn pitches 6 innings of 2-run ball. Pelican will come in to deal with 7, 8, 9 here. And Giandro Tromp spikes this to center field. A leadoff double, possibly 3. Nope, it'll just be a double. And HCAW has the go-ahead or the tying run at second. Van Hemert. Fly ball, deep center field. Mercado on the track will make the grab. Had him shaded perfectly. 2-2 on the way to Nyman. Popped up. Charging in his Hemskirk. And he makes the grab. Run, boy, run. Van Gerp getting loose. We'll count on the way to Salasa. Uh-oh. That'll tie the game up. Blown save, Pelican. Delano Salasa thinking 3. He's going to get in there just ahead of the throw. Victor Dreyer. 1-0 on the way. Grounded. Gobbled up by Hemskirk. That's why he's in the game. Valera with a rare strikeout. 13th this season. He only got 12 last year. Double steal is on. Fantastic throw by Harmon. That erases Krakendonk. The walk scope to deal with Mercado. I think this backfired on me just a little bit. Mercado, line drive to left field. That could untie the game. Here comes Vigers. In the nick of time. Copper's shot to center field. That's going to get caught. Tromp makes the grab. Franklin Von Gerp takes over. As does Ole Hofstad in left. This is the best defense we have. Come on, Frankie V. One. Grounded up, gobbled up by Josefa. That'll be a fielder's choice. Now here's Harmon. Full count. Fly ball to center. Charging in Mercado. Diving grab. Tyrell Mercado. Keep this a one-run game. Pinch hitter Sherman Marlin off the bench to deal with Van Gerp. 2-1 on the way. Fly ball to right. Krockendonk grabs it. Whew. And an insurance run. Krockendonk standing at third. Hello. Charge! Trump getting the top of the ninth started. Swing and a miss. Van Gerp with a slider. Here's Matt O'Neill. Signed, but he's only appeared in 4 games. He's raked when he's been in them. That's what you get for signing a backup catcher in a league that only plays 3 games a week. Uh-oh. Okay, on the track, Hofstede makes the grab. Hey, it's our old friend Yashar Clotita. Good to see he found work. 1-2 on the way from Van Gerp. Third base, Marlin. Ball game. Pioneers take this one 5-3. Let's sim this one. In 12 innings, Mercado scores the run. Van Gerp goes 2 1/3. Pelican 1 2/3. Nyman picks up the save. Kai Timerman's 8 innings of 3-run ball. Neptunus comes to town. Aaron de Groot. Feger standing at second. So far, Kevin's impressed me as the DH. You may need to see more time there. Either that or Scope goes play second and Vigers takes over at first. Thoughts, you know? First and second for Marlin. Shot through the middle. Diving attempt there by the second baseman comes up short. Daniel Brito. Not Socrates. I think he's still over in KBO. Boss. To the right field wall. KD. Krockendonk. KD. Krockendonk is here. He's going to be such a fun player for us. I don't even mind if the power doesn't show up. Slow roller to first. Breivik, old man, can't get there in time. Coppers, 3-1. That pitch looked like right about his eyeballs. And he's going to be able to work a double out of it. Between Coppers and Josefa, we had a very, very good offseason. Marlin shots this right back. Line drive single. Angle of attack, 0. Krockendonk wears one. Here's Vigers. Misplayed by Imarika for an RBI single. Watch where this one lands. I got it. I got it. No. Jaden Gonesh into the game. Kurosawan pitcher. Looks like he was with the Storks back in 2020. So strange to see other teams show up in the historical stats. Especially since we had to recreate those Storks, and now they're about to get relegated out of Hoofdklasse at the end of the season. Tried to sneak it past Haiku, couldn't do it. Stein Vandermeer. Through the wickets of De Castro. Corporal, the left fielder. He's worked the walk. First trouble so far for Goudot. Quick chat. Figure out how to deal with Vincent Hoff. That's not the way. Two RBIs. And here's Deckers. Line shot to right center field. That will score both runners. Mercado's throw will be into second. Still 2 down. Neptunus storming back with 4 runs. Warner getting loose in the bullpen. He might take over for Goudot here. This one's past a diving De Castro. And just like that, Neptunus has the tying run at second. Oh, what a leaping grab by De Castro. Thank goodness. Josefa to deep center field. That's going to be on the warning track. Pioneer is going to try and get all those runs back. Jakey. RBI double. Marlin can't get it past the infield. 1 away. De Castro works the walk. Crockendonk. Bouncer up the middle. Could be 2. It'll just be a sacrifice. Or fielder's choice, rather. Coppers scores. And the bullpen for Neptunus. Trying to give all those runs back. Valera with a strikeout. Gonesh gets the out he needed. Austin Warner in to deal with the top of this lineup. Imarika with a leadoff double. First and second, nobody out. Tying run now. And it's Danny Brito. Lefty on lefty matchup, though. Shallow single to right. Crockendonk coming up with it. Bases loaded for Corporal. 75 control rating, and he still walks in a run. 2-1 to Hoff. Popped up center field. Mercado squeezes it. And the lead is back down to 1 again. Deckers, 1-2 on the way from Warner. Josefa gobbles it. Inning over. This is going to be a Johnny Holstaff kind of game. Can't trust Mendez anymore. Let's go with Neil Lamé. All right, Lame gives us an inning. Let's go to Pelican. Theo gives us an inning. And we're going to go to Van Gerp for 2. Pinch hitter, Erwin Zanvliet. Tyreek Kemp pinch running. Grounded to first. Scope starts and completes a double play. 3-6-3 again. And we get out of that one. Whoo-hoo, boy. Van Gerp, another save. We steal that one from Neptunus. Game 2 of the 3-game set. Falk van Doorn at Neptunus Family Stadion. And by the way, shout out Flying Canuck for having all these ballparks rocking and ready to go. He's also got one, the Paperclip Stadium for Utrecht, but Utrecht is not in Hoofdklasse after getting relegated. And I just noticed there was a texture missing. Did anyone else see that? I gotta grab a screenshot of that for one moment. And I'll let Flying Canuck know that we're missing a texture here at this ballpark. Tom DeBlock, WBC hero, out to defend his team's honor. Here's Haikoop. Floated the opposite way. Krokendonk makes the squeeze for the first out. DH Gustav Deman. Little half swing, and that'll be an around the horn double play. Imarika. Grounded to second. Nice play there by DeCastro. Has Rakelbin figured it out yet? No, he's gotten worse. Okay. We may just need to put Hemskirk back in as our full-time second baseman. Or, after this game, we'll do what I mentioned and we'll put Scope at second, because he can still play the position. We'll just have him as a defensive sub there. Mercado standing at second, daring stolen base there. Scoreless through 3.5. And Van Doorn is injured. Neck stiffness. We're going to go to Van der Schaaf. I trust him more than Cornelissen. Now we'll get Cornelissen up. Oh, Josefa, turn that. Thank you. Beautiful play. DeBlock still going here. Valera with a stolen base. Scope walked intentionally. Here's Mercado. Tyrell popped up right side. Easy play by Dula Imarika. Coppers pulls this one the opposite way. Or pushes it, I should say. Bases loaded, 1 out for Josefa. DeBlock hanging on for dear life here. Jakey Josefa deep to right field. On the warning track, Imarika makes the grab. But it's an RBI. First one of the game. Shakin' Jakey does it again. Pinch hitter for De Castro is Yandito Tromp. Grounder up the middle. High Coop makes the grab. Alright, so Hemskirk will enter the game and take over at second. Cornelison enters the game. Kevin Dirksen DHing. 2 down. Lined right to Marlin. Back to Pelican, back to Van Gerp. DeBlock still going here. 7 walks so far today. Coppers wears this one, and that'll be an insurance run. Jakey deep to center field, but this one will be caught. Hauser makes the grab. Two out, 2 on for Danny Brito. Lined into right. Krockendonk is on it. That might be enough to score a run. And Neptunus is on the board finally. 2-1, 2 down for Vincent Hoff. Popped up. Very high. How high was that? Let's go take a look at the Superstar replay. Whee! Yeah, I would have missed it. I hate pop-ups. I hate hitting them. I hate fielding them. Or trying to. Ooh. Once again, Scope is intentionally walked. He's been on base by a walk 4 times today. I think all of those are intentional. They really like dealing with Mercado instead. This time's going to burn him. It's a single. Breivik get in the way if he will score. Tyrell. Coppers watches one go past. Here's Josepha. Shakin' Jakey plunks one into right. Bases loaded, 1 away for Marlin. Guru didn't hurt him that much. Vincent Hoff makes the immediate stab at it. Hemskirk doinks one. Krockendonk goes the other way. John Swain can't keep the ball out of the outfield. 2 RBI single for the rookie boss. Drew Jansen now. 0-2 on the way to Vigers. It's not safe territory anymore, but we'll see if Van Gerp can clean it up. One away. That would be a good soundboard clip to have. A duck getting shot in Duck Hunt for these high fly balls. That would require me to have a soundboard. Josepha deep in the hole. Pioneers take this one by a score of 6-1. And in the series finale, we lose 8-0. Breivik Valera has his 70-game on-base streak snapped. Even when he didn't get a hit, he at least got a walk. You look at all these offers, and you look over at the walks column. Gotta go back to this series when he must have gotten on base through other means, like via error. No walks, no hits. Impressive run there. So a lot of folks are going to be coming to free agency because, by default, 3 years at minimum. So we have to fix the financials for next season. Got a long break before the Penguins come to town in a very important series. Hopefully everyone's having a good Saturday so far. I myself am off to Canadian Tire once we're done this broadcast because I need to go get some cat food for the kitties. And tonight I'm making tomato sauce. Van Dorn with a stuff bump and a movement bump? Okay. That's really good. Oh, if the changeup develops. I mean, taking a look compared to the majors, he's nothing to sniff at. Compared to the K, he'd be pretty decent. In our league, yeah, he's playable. All right, let's rejig this team. Let's get Van Dorn as our starting pitcher, our top starter. Nobody's FIP looks that good, let's be real. Let's move LeMay up into use more often. Hulsbergen as a lefty-only guy I'm on board with. Does Warner move back into the rotation? If nothing else, let's at least move him up there. And allow starting pitchers in relief, yes. That way Warner can come in and be long relief in a pinch. I do trust our bullpen. Except Cornelison, we're going to move him to long relief. Mop up. Let's make Van der Skoff emergency SP and our primary long man. Let's demote Pelican to be a use more often reliever. Oh yeah, Mendez, let's move to mop up. Let's go with normal usage for all of those. All right, I think we need to make it official and move DeCastro and Hemskirk off second base. Given that DeCastro is a foreign player and we only have 5 spots for those, we probably could swap him and move Bolivar back up. Now let's move Sem Lauf into the team as well. We could stand to give him some more innings. Let's send down Geisbertha. Call up Bolivar. One, two, three, four. Oh! We could have had Bolivar up this whole time? Is Eric Mendez? Oh, he's a Ruben! For some reason I thought he was American. Ay, ay, ay. We could have had another foreign player this whole time. Well, far be it from me to look a gift horse in the mouth. Wait a minute, Xavier Chagoya. That's not him. That's Lewin Diaz. Do we go with sign? Well, ideally we don't get someone who eats up all of our remaining budget. You can tell a lot of these guys would have gone to the K or the League Redacted if it was an option. Come on, something prorated around 70k. That for a DH? Okay, that I can work with. Yeah, John Dito has not impressed. Vigers is in a slump. Great. So let's flip. Let's figure this out. Scope to lead off. On base percentage of 514 against righties. Terrell, Boz, Cappers, Gideon, Jakey, John Dito, and Hemskirk. And at least until we get the new guy, we'll give do we put Bolivars in as our well, let's keep him as a backup. Vigers is in a slump. Let's give him some time to... I mean, it's not even that much of a slump. But still, let's make sure that Vigers get some at-bats. And then versus lefties, let's keep Scope as our leadoff. We absolutely mash lefties. Mercado and Coppers in particular. Holy snot boogers. And let's get Hemskirk as our second baseman. Yeah, I think Raquelbin is going to be benched after this season. He was good last year. Before we got Shaken Jakey. And Von Dorn's out with an elbow strain. Alrighty. Just like that, we are going to have Warner, Goudot, and Sulbaran as our starting rotation. Von Dorn out for postseason is less than ideal. Alright, we've added Tatum Levens to be our new foreign backup catcher. So let's send Bolivar down. Call up Levens. And let's keep him as a versus lefty or versus righty batter. Yeah, he's not that good. And let's bring Geisbertha back up just to be our third catcher. I trust him more defensively anyway. We'll keep Trump as our versus left DH. Alright, let's see how the new guy does. At least waiting as long as we did definitely helped offset some of the cost. Casimiri versus Warner. New guy into the game. Two out runners at the corners for Darnell Collins. Popped up and brought in by Hemskirk. Here's Elizondo, the center fielder. That will open the scoring. That's into right field. Penguins lead. Francis van der Stelt, designated hitter. Hot shot right to Marlin. That'll bring up the leadoff batter, Legito. Grabbed by Warner. Krakendonk aboard on a walk. Krakendonk with a stolen base. Big guy speed. Here's Tatum Levens. And in his first at-bat in Honkball, he grounds out. Still, productive ground out. Marlin straight back through the box. Game is tied. Jakey up against Casimiri. Slow roller to short. Gonna be a double play. Martina. Impressively done. Karim Ayubi from Curacao. Real player for Boston Red Sox. Basically, if you can't hack it in the majors, all your Rubens and Curaçaoans end up in the Netherlands. Hemskirk might be working out of a slump. Boss works the walk. Casimiri having some trouble with the strike zone today. Come on, Tatum. Nope. That'll be a sacrifice. Once again, we have scored 3 runs with 1 hit. Because that's just who I am this week. And you really can't use that pitch around button at all in this league. Oh, that could be 2. Hemskirk thrown on the money. First and second for Hemskirk. Call the infield fly, will ya? Thank you. Scope. Popped into foul territory. Deckers makes the grab. Or Gonzalez, rather. Breivik hard hit through for a base hit. Old man Breivik still got it. Mercado challenging for the batting title this season. We'll fly out to right. Oh, 2 Darnell Collins. Nice swing and a miss there from Warner. 3rd K of the game. Here's Ayubi. Another line drive, but right at Marlin. Crocodonk standing at second. Here's Marlin. Casimiri, 3rd K of the game. Through 5, Pioneers lead 3-1. 2 aboard for Junior Martina, the shortstop. Fly ball to left. Valera can't come up with it. Base is loaded. Shervian Newton. Why did we just walk? I forgot the bases are loaded. Oh no! Oh, that was a brain fart. Oh, but it worked. We got out of the inning. We Barry Bonds'd him. 3 outs away. Warner gives us 6 innings, a 2-run ball. That's good enough. LeMay will take over. Lead off double. Great. All right, we're going to have to go to Van Gerp very early here, aren't we? Kraken Donk, thank you. Elizondo, the center fielder. Into foul territory. Marlin makes the grab. Yeah, the Guru didn't really affect his performance that much. If anything, we could just do better at third base. LeMay gives us a shutout inning. Whew. Ridley Leguito. Ground out. 1 away. Oh, hey, that was our old friend Christian Diaz pinch hitting. Two out for Darnell Collins. Bases loaded. 2 down for Ayubi. Oh, just outside of the reach of Hemskirk. Game is tied. Blown save, Van Gerp. Let's get Sim Lauf up. Switch hitting catcher Diego Gonzalez. Pops us up to Valera. We're tied through 7.5. And my cat is screaming at me. Oh, come on. gonna come up or are you gonna just scream at me? Mickey? Come on, Mickey. Yeah. There he is. My squishy Mickey boy. Well, no sense in tiring out Von Gerp. Let's go to Semlauf. Bottom of the 9th. Van der Schaaf getting loose. Valera Mercado Krakendonk. Levin still doesn't have his first hit of the day. Breivik inside out. Fair ball! They're calling that a fair ball. Leadoff single for Breivik. Two 2-0 the count. Breivik off and running. Winning run. Second base. And Mercado strikes out looking. Krakendonk. Fly ball deep center field. Valera will tag. Needs to be a hit here from Levins. And they're going to intentionally walk him to deal with Coppers instead. Coppers up the line. To the 10th we go. Van der Schaaf in. Out on the 10th, Marlin strikes out. Josefa will ground out to second. Legito, easy play. And here's Hemskirk. Fly ball to left. To extras we go here at Sport Park Pioneers. Make sure you got your sunscreen on. Van der Schaaf putting up some solid relief work. I think games are called ties after 12. I think I have that set up. Scope. Way too many bases on balls. That could be a double play. Nope, it'll just be a single. Out. Breivik aboard. Mercado works the walk. Double steal is on. Valera with his second stolen base of the day, and now winning run 90 feet away against Pascual Mole. Krakendonk 1-2. Called strike 3. Levins will get intentionally walked again. Coppers once again with a chance to walk it off. That'll do it! Brian Coppers, the walk-off hero, as the Pioneers win this one by a score of 4-3 in 11 innings. Van der Schaaf. Good work. And Goudot picks up the finale 10-1. We ambush Dylan Farley. And Van Looyk didn't do much better. Goudot goes the distance on 105 pitches. Looks like we pinch hit just about everyone in. We've clinched a postseason spot. The only question is, where are we going to end up? 4 series left before the end of the season. We'll try and get through that and get to the postseason in today's stream. 15-8 the win against the Twins at their place in Oosterhout. Mendez picking up some wins. Hemskirk goes 4 for 6 with 6 RBI. Atta boy. Levens finally gets his first hit as a Pioneer. We send Gudo to the bump against Jürgen Schwitzer. And yes, they have Anthony Rizzo. My beloved. Those of you who've been following the channel for a while know how Anthony Rizzo is a legend here. Anyone remember the Saturday Starlight? 3 straight home runs in the final game of the Japan series. Here he is. Good to see you again, Tony. Plunked on a changeup. You sure about that? Oh, that could be 2. It will be. Hemskirk Josepha Scope. I expect more from Tatum Levens. Bases loaded, nobody out. Osterhout playing with fire here. Here's Mercado. Slow roller up the middle. Could be an infield single. No, it's just an RBI. Jersey Fangul. Just popped into left. Could be... Nope, Van der Veer holds it in front of him. Levens works the walk. But Levens' Coppers combo really is devastating. I mean, he's not getting any hits, but he is getting on base. Here's Rizzo again. The deep shift is on. But it's lined right to Scope. I don't want to jinx it, but y'all keeping an eye on the box score here? That's a wild pitch. Hoekheemstra biffs it. Now runner at third, 1 out for Mercado. Lazy line drive to Mueller. And that one will cash him. Krockendonk picks him up. Boss Sauce. Levens, strikeout victim. Oh, there goes the no-hitter. Rachel on Carolina, pinch running. Uh-oh. A home run for Stan van der Veer. And that unraces all the hard work that Ashton Goudeau has put in. And this third time through the lineup penalty can be a pain sometimes, you know? Let's get LeMay up. There we go. No, it's dropped by Scope. Oh. You gotta be kidding me, man. Goudeau has imploded a little bit here. And another one through the wickets of Scope. Ugly looking inning. Osterhout making a mess of it. 6-2. Antonia. Fly ball to right. Krakendog can't field it in time. I was not quick enough on the hook. Vanderveer, who had the home run earlier this inning. And he's going to pick up another 2 RBI. Or 1. Just forget it. We walked it off? Blows a 2-0 lead. They blow a 9-2 lead. And we walk it off. Once again with the terrible quick sims. Mercado with his second home run of the season. And a sweep of Osterhout. We're running out of games to get caught. I think we're just going to quick sim out the rest of the season. Storks. That's a win. The winning streak is over. We get shut out by Storks at their place. And there it is, a pennant win for your Hoofddorp Pioneers. Griffins still have a postseason shot. They started off so strongly. Back-to-back championships, hot start, and they sort of flop sweat since. Top 2 seeds advance to the second round. So it'd be us and Penguins again. Neptunus and HCAW have punched their tickets. Kinheim, Twins, and Griffins fighting for who gets the last slot. Levin's finally with a good game at the plate. As we lose to the Griffins. Griffins need to win this one to stay in the postseason chase. No, they finish 1 game out of a postseason spot, but they will remain in the top flight. Kinheim and the Twins make it to the wildcard round. So that means the Storks are headed down to Eerste Klasse. The Wassenaar Greens finally punch their ticket up to the top club. As they win both... As they don't win the championship, they lose to Amersfoort. Dickie van der Ploeg with the win. But the Greens do get the promotion. Bad Hovendorp Pancratius and the Cromany Chrome Tigers headed down to Tweede Klasse. Where Amsterdam Quick and the Textown Tigers will get the call up. The Zwijndrecht Warthogs and the Breda Jeka go into Derde Klasse, taking the place of the Eindhoven PSV and Arnhem Rhinos. Hemskirk burning it up towards the end of the season. He's on a hit streak. Good for him. And not having a captain kind of stinks, but we'll manage. And we're going to be releasing Mendez and Levins at the end of the season. Ditto for Jandito Trump. We're keeping Coppers, though. A lot of free agents going to be available at this season's end. But we're also going to have to dramatically change the league's finances in order to make it accurate. So, the playoffs begin. With Bussum, Kuris, and Rotterdam hosting games 1 and 3 in the wildcard round. Oh, we got to cut down our roster a little bit. Ha ha hee hee. All right, so who's going down? I think Mendez is an easy choice. I guess No, I want Van der Skaaf. 11 pitchers seems like about right. Send down Gais Bertha. Santiago. Burleson. And Mephiston. Still 2 over the limit. Okay. I don't want to get rid of anyone else. I guess we will have to cut some extra pitchers. At least Van Gerp's riding a hot streak. Cornelison. Keep Holzbergen. Yeah, we'll send LeMay down. So we end up with 5 total home runs, 2 each from Coppers and Mercado, and 1 from Valera. Curacao, Neptunus, and Busum Honkball Club Alan Weber take their 1-0 leads. We're going to be rating into Sporer at the conclusion of today's broadcast. Looks like he's making some cards. The Twins fire a 5-0 2-hitter. Jack Wagner. 10 walks. That's a playoff game record. But he holds them scoreless. He scatters it. Neptunus is headed to the next round. Kinheim only scores 3 runs the whole series. And a late comeback. We've played Busum, HCAW in the playoff. Delano Salasa with a 2-on-1-out RBI to hand HCAW the win. So it'll be Neptunus versus Penguins, Pioneers versus HCAW. I think this is an exact rematch of last year. Yep. Only the seeding is different. Why do I have Nick Harmon? Oh, I have him shortlisted. Okay. Right, because of the power. Matt Rupenthal with a shutout. Good for him. And Breivik Valera wins the batting crown again. Back to back, but this time only a 364, not a 436. More doubles than last year, though. Still not going to be able to afford to keep him. Fingers crossed Tatum Levens can find his power stroke. Oh yeah, let's get that set up. I want Scope batting leadoff. And Breivik, Boz, Tyrell Marlin, Cappers. Let's put Levens, Josefa, DeCastro. No, not DeCastro, Hemskirk. Versus lefties. Shake and Jakey leading off. Mercado. Coppers. Breivik Gideon. Scope Crocendonk. Vigors. Hemskirk. Austin Warner versus Kai Timermans next Saturday as the Pioneers at 31-11 go for a back-to-back championship. So let's go right into Spore. Tell him I said hi. I'm going to just stretch it out and relax the rest of the day and the weekend. You'll see me next on Wednesday as the 2022 season begins for the Flying Purple Baseball Beaters, the Colorado Rockies. Grady Sizemore's final stand. Time is precious, folks. I'm grateful you've chosen to spend some of yours with me tonight. Oh, right, I forgot. I'm going to be away from my desk next weekend. No stream from me on the 2nd. You'll see me on the 9th instead. Firage, take us out. I'm going to just relax on my couch. Have a great weekend, everyone. That is not the right song. Professional.